Hey, Money Mike here. Quick question. Do you earn more than you used to but somehow feel less free? That is not just in your head. It is a money trap hiding inside your own paycheck. Today we pull it apart and find the way out. Let's get into it. I want to start today with nothing but a number. $600,000. Hold that number in your head for a second, because it might be the most expensive number in your life. It is not a lottery jackpot. It is not an inheritance from some mystery uncle. It is roughly what waiting 10 years to start investing can quietly cost an ordinary saver. That is the gap between starting your investing life at 25 and starting the very same plan at 35. Not waiting until you earn more. Not waiting until you get smarter, just waiting. I want you to feel the size of that mistake because almost everyone makes it. I made it too. And here is the strange part. Your brain is built in a way that makes that number almost impossible to feel. Today we are talking about compound interest, the one force in money where time beats talent, beats income, and beats luck. Stay with me, because by the end you will see why your earliest investing years are worth a fortune, and how to stop giving that fortune away. First, let us get clear on what compound interest actually is. Simple interest pays you on the money you put in. Compound interest pays you on your money, plus all the interest it has already earned. That sounds like a small detail, a technicality from a math class you slept through. It is not. It is the entire engine of wealth. It is money making money, and then that new money starts making money of its own. Einstein supposedly called it the eighth wonder of the world. He probably never said it, but whoever did was on to something. Think of a snowball rolling down a long hill. Near the top, it picks up a light dusting, barely worth noticing. But every layer it adds makes the next layer bigger. The ball grows the ball. At first, the difference is invisible. Roll it for a minute and you will swear nothing is happening. Give it a short hill and you get a snowball. Give it a long hill and you get an avalanche. The snowball never asks how strong you are. It only asks how long the hill is. Which makes compounding the only job on earth where doing nothing, for a very long time, is the entire job description. Now here is the part your intuition gets badly wrong. Compounding is not a steady climb. It is a curve that crawls for years and then suddenly sprints. Try this classic. Would you rather have $1 million today or a single penny that doubles every day for 30 days? Most people grab the million. The penny feels like an insult. And honestly, for the first week the penny deserves it. After 7 days of doubling, you are holding 64 cents. But the doubling penny finishes the month worth more than $5 million. And look closer, because the timing is the real lesson. On day 25, that penny is still only worth about 167,000. By day 29, it is around 2.7 million, which means half of the entire fortune arrives on the very last day. Your gut screamed to take the million, and your gut was wrong by more than $4 million. That is compounding in one sentence. The longer you stay in, the more each year is worth, and the final years are worth the most of all. So why does this feel so wrong? Why did the penny feel like an insult? Because your brain is a straight line machine living in a curved world. For most of human history, everything that mattered grew in straight lines. 10 berry bushes fed twice as many mouths as 5. 2 hours of walking got you twice as far as 1. Your ancestors never met a savings account. They never watched anything double and then double again, all on its own. So when you picture your savings growing, your brain quietly draws a straight line, a little more each year forever. Meanwhile, the real curve hugs the floor for years and then leaves your straight line guess in the dust. Researchers even have a name for this: exponential growth bias. When people are asked to guess how fast compounding grows, almost everyone guesses low, not by a little, by a lot. Bankers miss it. Math teachers miss it. People who just learned about the bias 5 minutes ago still miss it. And that one bad guess has a price tag. Because if growth feels slow and boring, then waiting feels free. Waiting is not free. Waiting is the most expensive thing you will ever buy. You just never see the receipt. Now let me show you where that $600,000 comes from. Take a saver who starts at 25. $300 a month goes into a plain index fund, earning about 8% a year, close to the long-run average for stocks. By 65, that little habit grows into about $1 million. $1 million from a habit that costs about $10 a day, not from a windfall, not from a genius stock pick, from time. Now take the same saver, same fund, same $300 a month. The only change is they start at 35 instead. By 65, they end up with about $450,000, less than half. And here is the part that should make your jaw drop. That 10-year head start only cost $36,000 of extra deposits. $36,000 in, $600,000 out. That is not somebody saving harder. That is the hill being longer. That extra $36,000 did not really buy stocks. It bought time, and time did all the heavy lifting. Those first 10 years were not just another decade. They were the very top of the hill, where every single snowflake had 40 years to grow. The earliest dollars you ever invest are the most valuable dollars you will ever own. If you want living proof, look at the most famous investor on the planet. Warren Buffett is worth well over $100 billion. Everyone calls him a genius stock picker, and he is. But here is the number almost nobody quotes. More than 99% of that fortune showed up after his 50th birthday. Not because he suddenly got smarter at 50, because that is when his curve stopped crawling and started sprinting. Buffett bought his first stock at 11 years old. He has been rolling down the same hill for more than 80 years. Through wars, crashes, recessions, and several decades of questionable haircuts, the snowball just kept rolling. Now run the thought experiment backwards. If he had started at 30 and retired at 60 with the exact same skill, you would never have heard his name. He would have been a very good investor with a very ordinary fortune, skilled, comfortable, and completely anonymous. His real superpower was never the stock picking. It was starting absurdly early and refusing to get off the hill. Turns out the secret ingredient was not stock tips, it was birthdays. Now for the sentence that quietly eats fortunes. I will start when things calm down. When the car is paid off, when the raise finally lands, when the kids are older, when investing feels less scary. It feels responsible. It even sounds like a plan, but you already know what it really costs: 10 years of hill. Nobody wakes up and decides to skip a decade. It disappears one very reasonable month at a time. And catching up later is brutally expensive. Remember, the saver who starts at 25 needs about $300 a month to reach $1 million. Start at 35, and reaching that same million takes about $700 a month. Start at 45, and it takes closer to $1,700. Every decade you wait roughly doubles the price of the exact same finish line, and then it keeps climbing. So the longer you wait, the harder the climb gets, right when you have less runway left to climb it. And notice what you are actually waiting for: a feeling of readiness that compounding never asked you to have. The market does not pay you for confidence, it pays you for time served. So here is how you put all of this to work. Rule 1. Start now at whatever size you can manage. $50 a month on a long hill beats $500 a month on a short one. Waiting until you can invest big money is like refusing to plant a tree until you can afford a forest. You are not starting small to stay small. You are starting small to buy your dollars more time. Rule 2. Automate it. Schedule the transfer for payday so the investing happens before your brain even wakes up and gets a vote. Rule 3. Never interrupt the snowball. When you cash out early, you do not just lose the money. You lose every double that money had left in it. The first rule of Snowball Club is you do not touch the snowball. Rule 4. Stop hunting for the perfect moment to jump in. Time in the market beats timing the market almost every single time. Because you only get the sprint at the end if you sit through the crawl at the beginning. Miss the boring years and you miss the magic ones. And if you are past 25 and this episode stings a little, hear me. You cannot buy back the last decade, but today is still the top of the longest hill you will ever get again. The best day to start was years ago. The second best day is the one you are standing in. So here is the whole idea. Compound interest was never really about interest. It is about time. The curve is backloaded. Your brain cannot feel it. And that blind spot quietly sells your best decades for pennies. But now you can see the curve. And once you can see it, every year becomes a choice instead of an accident. Start now, start small if you have to. Automate it. Then pull off the hardest move in all of money. Leave it alone. If this changed how you see your next 10 years, subscribe. We fix the way you think about money, one episode at a time. I am Money Mike. I will see you in the next one.